Time to slay another dragon. But what if I told you the real damage isn't from the dragon you haven't fought? It's from the life you're pretending to live. Most men don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they're split. They say one thing but do another, and then they wonder why their confidence never comes back. I'm Joe Schmidt, and this is the Dragon Slayer Society, and today we're not sharpening the sword, we're aligning the soul. This is about congruence, the forgotten force that holds everything together. Here's a truth you already feel in your gut. A man out of alignment cannot build anything that lasts. Not a relationship, not a business, and of course, not peace. You might get results and win a few battles, but deep down, you know it's off. Because you're not living truthfully. And nothing corrodes a man's fire faster than betraying himself in slow motion. Congruence isn't just about honesty, it's about integration. It's the sacred bond between what you believe, what you say, and what you actually do. When those three things line up, you walk different. You speak with weight and you move with clarity. You don't need to fake confidence anymore because it's in your bones. But when those things fracture, you start leaking power. That's why this message matters. Because you can have the rituals, the armor, the plan, but if you're out of congruence, you're still swinging a dull sword. Now, let's be clear about something. Congruence is not perfection. It's not always getting it right. It's not robotic discipline or some idealized aesthetic. Congruence means living in integrity with the man you say you want to be. It's waking up and aligning your decisions with your code. If your code says, I want to be present with my family, but you're scrolling at the dinner table, you're not out of time, you're out of congruence. If your code says, I want to write, but weeks go by and your journal is still clean, that's not laziness, that's dissonance. And dissonance has a cost. It builds shame, quiet, subtle, but lethal. You stop trusting yourself, you start avoiding mirrors, real ones and metaphorical. You speak softer, apologize more, hide behind productivity instead of purpose. But the minute you begin living in alignment, even your mistakes feel solid. Because they're yours, chosen, owned, and integrated. There are three layers of congruence. Let's break them down. Most people think congruence is one thing, but there are three levels, and you need all of them if you want peace. Layer 1, external congruence. This is the most obvious one. Say what you mean, do what you say. Don't tell your girl you're going to change and then keep ghosting your word. Don't promise yourself you will hit the gym and then rationalize the couch. That gap, that's where the shame sneaks in. Fix this first. Build track record, stack wins. You don't need intensity, you need integrity. Layer 2, internal congruence. This is when your thoughts align with your values. Here's where it gets harder. Let's say you're doing all the right things, but your internal dialogue is sabotage. You say you value health, but every time you sleep, you call yourself trash. You say you value courage, but the second discomfort hits, you justify retreat. Your actions may look congruent, but if your internal voice is out of sync with your values, you will feel like a fraud, even when you're not. So do this. Start correcting the inner monologue, not by lying to yourself, but by rooting it in your values. I failed today, but I value discipline, so tomorrow I rise. That's congruence. Layer 3, archetypal congruence. This is when your identity aligns with your essence. This is the deepest level. Who are you becoming? Not the title, not the role, not the mask you wear in public, the essence. Because here's the truth. If the man you're becoming doesn't match the man your soul respects, you will never feel at home in your own body. This is why you can be successful and still hollow, because you climb a ladder that wasn't built for your feet. Archetypal congruence means this. You're not just chasing results, you're becoming someone real. You're not borrowing a blueprint, you're building your own. That's the only path that lasts. Let me show you what a life out of congruence looks like. You overthink everything. You second guess every decision. You apologize for having boundaries. You say yes when you mean no. You feel like your voice has no edge. Why? Because you're acting, performing, managing impressions instead of living truth. You're at war with yourself. It's not burnout from doing too much. It's the fatigue of being someone you're not. You weren't made to fake it. You were made to live with clarity, even when it costs comfort. You were made to walk the world in a way that reflects your essence. That's why congruence isn't optional, it's survival for your soul. Now, let's talk about the other side. When you're congruent, you feel calm but alert, confident but not loud, clear but flexible, present but powerful, still but unstoppable. People trust you, but not because you talk big, but because you live clean. Your posture changes, your voice carries weight, you walk into a room with presence. Because congruent men don't need to convince anyone of anything. Their life is the proof. You're no longer torn between 17 versions of yourself. You become one man in every room, in every season. That's rare and that's dangerous. That's what the Knight's Code is built to cultivate. Not performance, but presence. Not appearance, but alignment. And definitely not momentum, but congruence. So how do you get back to congruence? It's not a hack, and it's definitely not overnight, but it's very clear. Here is where to start. Step 1. Tell the truth. Stop lying about what you want, about what hurts, about where you're drifting. You can't fix what you refuse to face. Write it down if you must. I am acting like this, but I truly want this. Let the mask fall. The truth will sting, but it will set the compass. Step 2. Clean one small room in your life, not literal, metaphorical. Find one area where your life is out of sync. Your sleep, calendar, your friendships, your language, your tone, your diet, your daily scroll. Fix one, not all of them, but one. That act alone builds momentum. Because congruence is not created in grand gestures, it's built into macro alignment repeated daily. Step 3. Reaffirm your code. Not someone else's rules, your nightly code. The values you are choosing to live by when no one is watching. Honor, discipline, focus, courage, humility, faith. Write it, speak it, revisit it, and tattoo it on your damn brain. Because congruence fades when the code is forgotten. And it returns the moment you remember who the hell you said you would be. So here's the truth. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be impressive. And you definitely don't need to be anything you're not. You just need to be aligned. And that starts now. You can choose congruence in the next decision, the next conversation, the next time your values are tested. It won't always feel good, but it will feel true. And that's what we are after. A life that feels like yours, a walk that matches your words, a man you can look in the mirror and respect. That's the fire we protect here. Because all the swords, all the scrolls and all the wins, they mean nothing if you can't carry them with congruence. Alright, Slayer, let's bring it home. Drop a comment below. What's one area of your life that's out of alignment right now? Pick one, name it, face it, and then fix it. One brick at a time. Because we are not here to perform. We are here to become. This is the Dragon Slayer Society. And around here, we don't just slay dragons. We live aligned. We walk clean. We speak the truth. One step at a time, one dragon at a time.